Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking through GitHub installation and configuration. We'll be also talking through some basic commands that you would require while collaborating with your friends and colleagues. So let's get started. The very first thing is to ensure that you have GitHub installed on the system. To make sure, use GitHub version command. Git version will give you the current version of the Git package. If it's not installed, it may throw an error. So let's install it. Sudo apt-install git is going to install git on your system. Well, as soon as installed, you'll be able to use git version command. So as you can see, the current version for us is 2.25. Next step is to make sure that you have username configured. So you'll be using git config command with the global flag and then user.name. Then you can use user.email with the same command to configure your email. Once configured, you can use git config command. Once configured, you can use git config -l command to see your current configuration. So configuration is done here. Next step would be to create a repository and start collaborating. To create a repository, we are creating a folder called learning_git here. Let's go ahead and create a file here. Let's say you're creating a sample one. So you create a sample one here, and the next step would be to initialize this folder as a GitHub repository, which can be done through git init command. Once the repository is initiated, you'll see a new folder here, which is a hidden folder .git. This folder contains all the configuration and versioning that's required to make your source code versioned. Next step would be to add a remote. So let's go ahead and see how do we add a remote. So I'm going to create a repository here with github.com, and let's add a description. You can mark this repository as public or private, and you can also add a readme file or gitignore file if you want to ignore some sort of files from your repository. Once the repository is created, you can see a remote here, and you can also see some sort of commands that you would require to use to get started. So I'm just gonna copy the remote from here and paste it to your terminal. Git remote is added. You can see the current remote by using git remote -v command, and as you can see, the remote is added. So next step would be to add this sample one and push it to the repository origin. So I'm just gonna add sample one here and push it to master. Now as you can see, we are getting a permission denied because we haven't added any authentication. Authentication can be done two types. First one is HTTPS, where you will require your username password. Second way would be to use your SSH key, your public key. So we'll be configuring the public key instead, so we don't need to repeat providing password all the time. So to provide your SSH key, you can just copy your SSH key from your SSH folder and paste it to go to settings, deploy keys, add deploy key, name it anything, and then make sure you allow the right access. Add your key, and now it's done. So it should be able to identify you now, and as soon as you push, it's done. If you now go back and refresh your repository, you will see sample one is pushed. So now let's imagine that your friend wants to help you on this project and he would like to create a sample too. So what he can do is he can clone this repository using git clone command, and then he can check out to a different branch called future sample2. So he can now start working on sample2. Let's say he creates a sample2 file, and then he can start pushing it by providing a commit message. Now you can see we are pushing this sample2. As soon as this sample2 is pushed, you will start seeing a message here that compare and pull request, which basically allows you to review the changes or ask your friends or colleagues to review it on your behalf. So as you can see, there is a simple empty file added here, but it can be anything. Now let's try to merge this sample2 feature. So we'll be using let's assure we are on master. So we check out to master and then use git merge command. So let's say git merge future sample2. As soon as you run merge, it's going to merge all the file from sample2, and then it's also going to, let's push it to the original repository, origin. So I'm just going to go ahead and push it to master. So as soon as you push it to master, you'll see that this particular branch automatically gets merged. So now if you go to your repository, you'll see file sample1 and sample2. Now let's assume that you find out that sample2 is not working like it should and you would like to revert. So you can use revert command for that, but you require a commit ID. So to see commit ID, you can use git log command, which gives you all the logs of your current repository. So as you can see, sample2 was added here. So we'll just copy this commit ID and use it along with git revert command to revert that particular commit. As soon as you enter git revert, you'll see a commit message which can be changed. Now, if you would like to change the commit message, you can do that. If not, you can simply press Ctrl X and it's gonna commit it for your local repository. Now to push it to master, you can use git push origin master and it's gonna revert that commit. So as you can see now, the sample2 is gone. Another thing is making sure that there are the working tree is clean now, but if you would like to remove anything, you can use git clean command, any unwanted files or folder. So this is particularly like a basic set of commands that you would like to use while you are getting started. Let us know if you would like the video or not. If you would like to see more videos, more advanced commands, feel free to comment in the comment section. Hit a thumbs up if you like the video. Thank you.